You excited?
I'm here. Super excited.
Hi, Sekshee.
Hi, Sekshee. You're not going to be called Miss Sekshee.
No,
Who is Sekshee?
What is your problem, man? Ever since he misspelled my name, everybody's been calling me that Syad.
Okay, so where is
Can I
that
make
part?
fun of?
Yeah.
Can I make fun of Ricky?
Yes,
Can I make fun of
please.
Sekshee?
Yes, please. Please do this. So, hi guys. Today I have two very special guests. I cannot express how happy I am that I have these two here together. Let's welcome Sekshee and Rookie. Hi. So, Rookie plays in K26, Sekshee. I already said Sekshee. Sekshee.
Just call us Sekshee. Just call us Sekshee. It's so much easier.
You know what? You're so lucky. This is not in person.
Sure.
So Rookie plays in
Sorry, Muffin.
Oh God. So Rookie plays in K26, section 413, both monsters, and you're both kingdom leaders. Can you introduce
Can I
yourself?
just say I'm like a mini monster, not a monster?
You're a mini monster?
Rookie,
Yes.
hold on, man. It's my turn.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Why you keep interrupting?
Okay, so Sekshee, introduce yourself for us.
Hi, I'm Sekshee, and I live in the Western United States. I'm Korean American, so I speak Korean. It's not that great, but definitely English is my main language. I'm a single mom of two boys, and actually the CEO of a software company.
Oh God. Rookie, are you
Nice.
excited? I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Not impressive at all.
Okay, how about you, Rookie? Introduce yourself.
So I guess from my accent, everyone knows that I'm Indian born. I was raised and brought up in Bombay, India. So I moved to Miami in 2001, and I've been living in Miami since then. I won't tell you what I do for a living, because if I do, I'll have to kill you.
Oh
And I
God.
like Muffin a lot. So
Can you guys tell me why we met today? Why you want to do it together?
Rookie and I had, we have a friendship, and obviously, Muffin, you and I also have a friendship, and we seem to have this, really great banter relationship. It's very casual, so I thought it would be fun.
I agree. I mean, I've known you, Muffin, a little bit longer than I've known Sekshee. And
Really?
yes,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sekshee.
Oh.
Yeah, because I knew Muffin gives me advice. Ask her for stuff. She gives me her opinion, and I really appreciate what you do. And you help everyone.
I need to add that I have known Muffin longer than I've known Rookie also.
It's my turn anyway. Let me talk. Okay, so we discussed it, and we thought it would be a good idea that we do the interview together.
Remember, I am not the part of this interview. You're the star of this interview, so I'm just the glue. So how your friendship started?
Okay, so do I go, Sekshee, or you want to go?
You go ahead. You have a lot to say about that.
She started trolling Smokey. I don't know which kingdom he is, and he was making fun of the Korean alliance. Not making fun, but he was like talking about them. He's a cool guy, by the way. He was talking about them, and Sekshee jumped in and defended the Koreans. That's how our friendship began. I invited her into the monster group, which she was kicked out of within like 5 minutes.
I need you to explain that.
No, wait, it's my turn. So she got kicked out, and then I invited her into the room, the other room that we were in, and that's how our friendship started.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Now.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Actually, it was in Matthew's room, I think. Smokey went in there and he was complaining about the Koreans, and I just basically said to him that if the Koreans are mistreating him, he's probably doing something wrong. Like, he's probably doing something the Koreans don't like.
Okay, so you're both monsters and leaders of your kingdom. Can you reveal what is currently the biggest challenge each of you faces in your own kingdom? And I like to ask a rookie to answer first.
Like K26 in the older kingdom. Honestly, not many. I might think I'm lying or something, but honestly, not many challenges. We have a very, very good team. Not many players. Not a lot of players, but all the players are very, very invested in the game, and we do well in KvK. Like I'm not maxed, Opti is not maxed, Skully is not maxed, but we have a great team, so we do well together. So challenges, I would say, is like, of course, we would like new blood, new players to join us.
Rookie likes to brag about his kingdom.
Rightfully so, right?
This is why we're doing it. You have to make your kingdom famous. So please.
I have nothing to brag about.
Yeah, that's why you're answering as a second.
Damn, what the hell?
So Sekshee, how was your day? How was your training going today?
It's okay.
I entered your kingdom when your opponent was stealing your resources.
Interesting. Okay, well, somebody deserves to die then for that. Okay.
Okay, so Sekshee, what's your challenge today in your kingdom?
Well, we have some douchebags that we would like them to leave. Obviously, it's a long history. I think that the 3 years we've been playing, there has always been some type of power struggle in the kingdom, and there is a particular player who is more of kind of like a dictator kind of thing.
Can I get the name?
Alrajhi, that's the name. We've always had this one alliance who was really strong, and they, kind of bullied everybody to submission pretty much. Things started changing as soon as people started finding out what my stats were. So as soon as that dynamic started to change and I started taking over more of the KvK duties, a lot more tension grew over time. So that tension became, it kept growing and growing and growing. And now we're in a situation where there's a civil war going on, basically. And there is this massive power struggle for who leads the kingdom. And so that becomes problematic because although we decided it is an inter-alliance fight between two alliances, this war alliance decided to basically attack everybody, regardless of alliance, if they participated in KvK. So oftentimes what happens is that we get attacked from both sides, from invading kingdoms as well as from the alliances within our kingdom. So there is this big mess going on, and it's challenging. There is definitely a breakdown in communication, but also in understanding, because there is definitely cultural differences, ideal differences, concerns about respect and about being polite, or just, trying to get along with other people. And that has, over time, grown into this big issue. There's this one player who it's just always bitching about the damn packs, the royal packs. And one day I just lost my shit. Zeroed her.
I will ask about the gender issues later, but now I have actually connected question. We just received test server invitations, so we may face migrations very soon. What's your view about it? You plan to switch, and why? And maybe to break, maybe rookie would like to answer.
So that if new players come in, there will be egos, clashing. Because right now, there is absolutely no egos between Opti Skully, and me. Obviously, we are the big three. We love each other, and we respect each other, and we get along so well.
So you definitely will be a receiver.
Right, exactly. And then I don't know whether they will agree to how we work, during KvK. But if someone like K14, K413 Sekshee comes to us, of course, I'll accept that with open arms.
So you're not planning to switch?
Yeah, honestly, no. We will not switch. No one, I guarantee you, no one will switch. Maybe a small player will switch, but we'll mostly accept people into K26.
Yeah, I'm really curious what would Sekshee answer to that question. Would you stay or would you go?
Question. If migration happens, I'm definitely leaving. Obviously, there is no question in my mind. It's a matter of trying to figure out where, and Rookie's going to kill me because he's asking me to join. We definitely need the migration or some type of merge, only because things do have to change at some point. I do know that there are a lot of dead kingdoms, and when I discussed the new events with GoG marketing, when we did the interviews, I made an emphasis of the fact that some people just need to get out. Some of us just need to get out, and it's either we get out or we completely quit and stop spending. It's getting very exhausting at this point.
You both know I'm a huge enthusiast of equality. I hate bullying, mobbing. I always underline that, etc. Rookie, you are Indian living in America. Have you ever faced any attacks, race attacks in? I recall some K600 dude, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Also, racism, I have experienced that from a douchebag from K600, DaPunisher, who kind of made fun of my skin color. That's the only racism I have experienced. And I was so overwhelmed when there were so many people reaching out and supporting me, reaching out to me and telling me hey, that's not cool, don't worry about it, and don't just ignore that guy.
I remember people sending you reports when they met him.
Exactly.
How about you, Sekshee?
Recently, none. When I first started playing, though, there was a lot of animosity against Koreans. So I did get a lot of this, the Koreans are terrible, and all us Russians hate Koreans, and all us, so and so hate Koreans, and I would get those comments on a regular basis, believe it or not. Nowadays, I don't, and I'm not sure. I can't necessarily say it's a function of whether I'm more with people that are open-minded versus people who just probably don't want me to be upset about it.
I'm just going to add something out here, and I think it does count. I think how strong you are counts as to how people want to piss you off also.
Of course. Yeah.
Right?
So you actually mentioned your kingdom numbers 26 and 413, and just to be sure, this is your first kingdom for each of you, right? You haven't switched.
Not for me.
Oh, not for you. Oh, do you mind telling us where you're from, Sekshee?
I actually started in 325. So I played there, I think I get 6 to 9 months, maybe. I can't really recall. It was so long ago. Then I quit. I completely quit. I basically just got tired. The kingdom had a lot of tension, animosity, yada, yada, yada. One of the Koreans in 325 that I used to play with, he had recruited me into his alliance afterwards. And they had moved over to 413, and he would call me every freaking day and tell me to come join 413. I was like, no, I don't have time. I can't do this. It's a stupid game. And he would just nag all the time. And it got so annoying when I finally joined. If you see, my name is Sekshee, and then you've got the 2-syllable Korean word next to it. It means annoyed, because he annoyed me so much.
What motivated you, or what caused you to decide, okay, I'm going to spend a lot of money on this game? When you decided, and what motivated you to be a monster?
I don't know whether, I'm sure Sekshee doesn't know, I don't know whether Muffin knows. We obviously had Alco in
I know.
K26. So he was the king of GoG. He's like the Girliznoone. He's like the Escher of GoG. So I'm not sure. I forget what kingdom it was. It was probably 106. It was the Chinese alliance who finally beat us in KvK, and that's when Alco, started to not pay attention much in the game. I think I want to think that I was a C35, C36 at that time, and my alliance, we decided that we would push E to C40, and obviously, you can't buy the aristocratic badges. You have to buy the badges. You can't get it for free. So I started to spend on the badges, and that's how I started to spend. Once I got to C40, I felt like Opti and Skully were doing so much for the kingdom that I had to help out, and that's how the three of us started to push each other to spend and grow stronger.
Yeah. We have to remember that Rookie gets along with everybody, even the people that we hate.
How does he do it? Like, come on.
That needs, we need to keep that in mind, because, Rookie's going to say nice things about all these people that are complete crazies, Where I have somebody that I don't particularly like very much, and Rookie is really great with everybody. I love everybody. I love everybody.
You love everybody. Yeah, sure.
I love everybody. Yeah. I'm serious. I give everybody kissy faces all the time.
How about you, Sekshee? What was your point? Okay, now I'm gonna spend and I will be the strongest in the kingdom.
So when I switched over to 413,
what's going on in the background? Sorry for interrupting you. Someone is taking a shower or something?
Rookie, stop! Get out of the shower, man.
Come on, guys.
Okay, it stopped. So sorry for that. Okay, please, Sekshee, continue, and Rookie, please stop showering. Okay, thanks.
I said, stop showering, Rookie, please. Put some clothes on. Jesus. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. We love you.
Okay.
But I love you guys. I was trying to pee.
Oh God, yeah.
Okay, hold on.
But we're all glad you stopped. We're all glad you stopped showering. Okay, Sekshee.
Okay, I'm done.
So what?
I'm not done. I have to wash my hands.
God.
Wait.
Now I have to be serious again, because I have to.
Ask the question again.
You just totally broke the mood right now.
Oh my God.
This interview is over.
Oh God.
Okay,
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, Sekshee, what was your point of deciding, okay, now I'm going to be a monster?
I just have to stop laughing first.
Oh my God, yeah. It is a serious struggle.
Okay. So, when I switched over to 413, one of the reasons why the Koreans wanted me to switch over was they wanted me to do the diplomacy, because I spoke English and they didn't speak English very well. So, when you're at C10, no one's going to listen to you. You can try all the diplomacy you want, but no one's going to take you seriously. So the first thing I did was, within the week, I had made the C30. I didn't spend a lot when I raised my castle, because obviously it's not that hard to do that.
Yeah.
But once I got to 35, I think once you play UAC, eventually you just get tired of getting burned and killed. It's like it becomes this thing. It's like I'm just tired of being the weak guy. And what I did was I started asking different questions. So, and as you start improving, obviously you want the new gems and the new, coat of arms, etc. And so you spend for those things. And before you know it, it just became more of a habit. The questions I asked, so I watched who is a good player in our kingdoms. I did a lot of testing though. I play UIC, and I would test my marches, I would test my stats, I would test everything that I could, and I would really sit there and study how the results change every single time. And so it was a lot of trial and error for my part, because you can only get a limited amount of knowledge within your kingdom, friends.
Muffin's videos.
They only give mostly. I actually did watch a couple of your videos on stats, actually, and I watched those, by the way, like 4 or 5 times, and literally memorized it. And I would play with those. I didn't even know there were YouTube videos for this stuff, by the way, until recently.
Have you ever felt that someone doesn't share because he's afraid that you will be better?
Yeah, a lot of people don't want to share. They don't want you to be stronger. Of course not.
Okay, Rookie. So you grew in completely different time. Well, I remember these times because I'm also an old-time player. How was that for you without any knowledge? Have you joined any group or?
No, obviously at that time we didn't have line, right? I'm assuming we didn't have a line because I don't remember joining line until 2 years ago. I was growing slowly and something. So once I got to C40 is when we started seeing line group and this and that. So now if I have any questions, right now the people I would go to is number one, I would go to Skully, who's a mama bear. She knows everything. She's a monster in KO8, and she's a monster in GoG as well. Then I also post in a monster group which you are in as well, Muffin. They are very helpful, even though we have so many monsters in there. Everyone helps each other. That's where I go. And then obviously I always PM you, Muffin, if I have questions about game strategy. And, you help me a lot. So that's where my sources are at the moment.
Okay, guys, now the hard question. Are you willing to reveal how much you're spending at the moment? Maybe one YouTuber does it in Toyota Corollas. So maybe how many Toyota Corollas would you buy for?
How much is Corolla?
I love Corollas. I have to say something. My very first car in the US was a Toyota Corolla. It was a dark blue Toyota Corolla. So I'm proud of it.
I can imagine Ricky in a Corolla, actually.
It was so cute. I was back in 2001, I'm just coming to the US, and I was so proud of it.
Okay, yes. So you sold Toyota Corolla and you started playing Guns of Glory for those money.
And then I got broke.
We know Rookie doesn't want to tell, but maybe you, Sekshee, maybe not the whole money, but for example, how much you've spent, I don't know, the most, or how much you spend on the average, or any numbers will be interesting for the viewers.
So, but honestly, I think that anybody that gets to a certain stat level has spent over 6 figures. There's just no doubt on that, and I think that is a pretty common theme. I think the most I've ever spent in 1 month was 25 grand, and that was not too long ago. In KvK, and I realized that a rally that was coming in, and our stats were very toe-to-toe. So I did go in and raised about 400 troop stats in order for me to just eat the rally. And I have done that more than one occasion, which is, probably very bad. But so here's the funny thing. Okay, so in order for me to get a hold of my, because I was spending out of control. So in order for me to get a hold of my spending and to keep track of that, what I did was open an Apple card, which is connected. And so it was really easy. And so the expenses will go directly, and I would see just in one card, I would see all of my GoG expenses basically at the end of the month.
Very smart.
And so that would make me very conscious of what I'm spending on basically a crazy online game, which, by the way, I have never been a gamer my entire life. It's incredible.
So, this is like my first mobile game.
Yeah, for me as well. Like, everyone says so. Everyone with whom I speak so. GoG is my first game. That's amazing.
So what happened was, this one month, this is like 2 or 3 months ago, I kept spending, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's not hitting the limit. Right. And at the time, the limit was 10 grand. And so at 10 grand, I would, obviously I need to stop. Right. But I kept spending because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, look, it's like I haven't spent that much this month. And I kept buying, only to find out that Apple had raised my limit to 25. So,
oh, God.
For that month, I ended up spending 25 because I had no idea.
I want to say that I don't spend in the game at all.
Yes. Rookie is a different monster, a different kind of a monster. So no. So
I can kill Rookie. So he's not quite there yet.
Yeah. How much gold do you have at the moment? Do you remember?
Yes, I do. I have about, it's not a lot. I have like 1.4 million gold. I spent about 300K in New World about 2 days ago. I have to say that the bear K200 was very nice. He let me take the center for 20 minutes and help me get second place. He's awesome, by the way.
So nice there. I need to talk to that guy.
He let me take center the last 20 minutes. And, obviously, other than the bear, I could take anyone else on. But he was nice and he let me get second place. So, love you, bear.
Oh, yeah. He's a monster, and Rookie is, Rookie.
Hey, I'm a nice guy. Come on.
Hey, Bear. Rookie has a message for you.
Oh, God.
You know what? Since you're talking about New World, I have to give props. I have to give props to Luca. He let me take center as well.
Luca.
Rookie has a message for you too.
And Girl let me take center as well.
Who? So mwah for a girl as well. Okay, so Sekshee, how much gold do you have now?
I'm gonna say, so my gold actually fluctuates a lot more nowadays, obviously because of the war. At any given point right now, it's about $1 million. However, prior to this war, I think, if he dipped below 3 million gold, I used to get really stressed and anxious. So, it was always between 4 and 5 million, especially because I used to use 2 every UAC, and it was obscene.
Okay, now I assume that you are actual human beings playing this game. Tell me dirt, Sekshee, now it's your time. You're strong woman in the game. Any flirting attempts you would like to share? Any unsolicited pictures you received?
Oh my God.
I didn't send you anything.
But in game, it's so bizarre because you cannot insulate yourself the same way as you do in real life. So there are a lot of attempts, and you get your private messages, especially through Line. I mean, it's really crazy, and there are some people that are far more persistent than others, right? And no matter how often or how clear I am about this is not going to lead anywhere, or why are you holding up hope? It's never going to happen. They still message.
Okay, how about this picture situation? How many stuff?
Everybody sends me pictures. Let's just say everybody sends me pictures.
Can I ask what kind of pictures?
So a lot of selfies. I get a lot of those. I get some. I know what you're getting at, because you want to know if somebody sent me some nudes.
Yeah.
And there is one guy. I was on vacation and I was playing and stuff, and he was on my line, and he, asked some things, and I've always been very friendly with them, like really nice to him, because there were a couple of times I helped him out, and I guess my being nice to him led him to think differently about what we had going, and so I was on vacation. I had a couple of drinks, and I mentioned that because he. We were texting, and he, out of the blue, sent me a dick pic, right? And the dick pic.
Don't lie, you asked for it, didn't you?
Let me tell you, the dick pic was angled. When you angle, like you angle your boobs so they make them look bigger than they are. Like girls do that shit. Guys do that shit with their too. It's like they angle their. It looks a lot longer than it probably is. And he sends me out of the blue, and the first thing I do is delete it, because I'm at the pool with my kids. The first thing I did was message him back and said, "Oh my gosh, you shouldn't have done that. See, now I can't talk to you. I'm never going to look at you the same way. And now you're just the guy that sent me the dick,
Okay, rookie. I'm not asking about pic, definitely, but.
You better not, Muffin. Come on. I did get cats. It was a funny story. Yeah, I did get catfish. So it was a K26 story. Okay, so being a guy, you don't get hit on as much as Sekshee would, right? Because a strong girl, all guys want a strong girl, right? Okay. So we had a girl who was in K26. And this was a time when we still had Alco in our kingdom. She wouldn't talk at all. She would just put emojis in KC. And but she was funny, like she would just kind of be funny. So I added her to my alliance. I was like fighting for her. I was like, no, she's a cool girl. She doesn't mess around. She's just joking and this and that. So I kept on talking to her, no dick pics, no nudes, but just a nice, friendly conversation between her and I. And I thought she was a girl at that time, right? And we were talking. And then it turned out at the end of whatever it was, that he was one of the guys of one of the other alliances. But it was so funny because to this day, all of K26 makes fun of me. Can I add something?
Of course.
So I want to say that I did. Obviously, K26 has my heart and my soul, but I did go to K515 for a little while still having my account at K26, and I met some really cool people in there. So I met Roxy out there. She's an awesome person. And we got like two people from K515 into K26. One is Rue, one is obviously Roxy. Amazing people. I love you guys. And then we got a bunch of people from K489 join us.
Wait a minute. Are you doing shout outs right now?
Yes. I am, what do you call it?
This is incredible. Not only does he get along with everybody, kisses everybody's butt too. All day long.
515, 429. Yeah, I will cut him out. No problem, Sekshee.
Hey.
It's like shout out. What do you think? This is a radio station?
It is.
It kind of is.
Remember, Muffin said it'll only be 30 minutes.
Okay, so I have a serious question now for a change. if you wanted to recall the most interesting KvK, which one would you,
Can I go first?
choose? Yes, sure.
No. This is actually a little bit of more.
Oh, see, I told you.
The first one is with K17.
Oh.
That has Aloha. This is before the Kingdom Stars thing, okay?
Yeah.
So we had K17, K26, and a third kingdom I can't recall. We went and occupied the third kingdom. And then Aloha of K17, he messaged me and he said like it is his anniversary, wedding anniversary, and he wanted to take it easy. So I was like, okay, yeah, no, sure, I respect that. Don't worry, you won't come to K17. There was one issue. What happened was we had some idiot who left the throne in K26 while we took out the third kingdom. So the timer reset. So there was about like a minute. There was a minute difference between us taking the third kingdom and securing our crown. So what happened was we conquered the third kingdom, but the bubble dropped on K26.
Oh God.
Because there was like a minute difference, and at that time, Haggis went and reset us. Skully was in the forest. Haggis and Aloha from K17 zeroed her. They were on the list for a long, long time. By the way, there is a list. That Haggis and Aloha, they apologize for everything. If we ever get K17 again, Opti will say, let's go get K7. Sorry, Aloha and Haggis, that's what it is.
No moi here. Oh God.
Exactly. Then the bigger one was one with Claudiu, which you, Muffin, know because you have put a video out of it.
Yeah, that was a show.
It was amazing. It was a very cool KvK. So we got KKnD and Claudiu. I mean, I think I'm like the strongest guy, right? So I went and tried to get KKnD out of this kingdom. Obviously, I failed miserably. I got my ass kicked.
Yeah. You were.
Lost the mega. Then my guys told me, let's go to 544. I'm like, yeah, let's go. So we went and mega their throne. Claudiu was a pretty cool guy, pretty smart. At the same time, when I mega his throne, he came to K26 and mega our throne. So it was a quid pro, how do you say it, Sekshee? Quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo in Latin.
Yeah, exactly.
Quid pro quo.
We had K544, but KKnD interfered and took us. There was a whole bunch of stuff going on. At the end of the day, we decided that all three of us keeps our kingdom, and we went our way, but it was with heavy losses.
Oh yeah.
I lost 1.8 billion through in power. Skully lost 1.3. Opti lost 1.3. Claudiu lost 4 billion power. This kingdom lost a lot of power.
Okay, so, yeah. Thank you, Rocky. Yeah. I think Sekshee doesn't sleep.
Wait, I'm not done. I still have the last KvK. Don't cut me off.
Oh, so yeah, sure, Rocky. Yes, continue. Which one do you mean?
Thank you. The last KvK.
Last?
When we had Claudiu again, and we had Jeromeej of KDE 254. So Claudiu was smart. Everyone was saying their own kingdoms. What Claudiu did was in the last 5 minutes, he came to K26. The problem was we couldn't go to K544 because there was not enough time. He came and reset us with 11 seconds to go on our timer.
Right,
Was
yeah,
so annoying. 11 seconds to go.
Yeah, I saw it on Tom Vapor sum up of this KvK. Yes, that's true.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, I gave him props because he was smart. But again, we have a great team. So we did a double mega on our throne. We took him out, and both of us realized that it didn't make sense to lose troops again, like we did the last time. So he left, and we kept our throne.
Okay, Sekshee, how about you?
People were not aware of who I was at the beginning. So this is before the stars happened. We had secure a throne. We went to get a second kingdom, basically, and we tried the double mega. We did this. Osama tried, and Alrajhi tried, and we couldn't get them. We couldn't peel them off of their palace, basically. So we were running out of time, and this is when everybody went from distance to calves, and everybody was racing calf stats. And as everybody started racing calf stats, I was racing infantry stats at the time. And it worked really well in fort, so that, I just kept doing that. So once they had given up, and I think we had maybe like 8 or 9 minutes left on the clock, I asked, would you let me try a rally? And everybody's like, no, we're gonna lose troops. And I said, well, just humor me, let's just try this one.
Sure.
And I started the rally. There was no time, so we were rushing through it. We weren't even sure if my rally was gonna hit on time. And as it started going into palace, I think that there was maybe like 15 seconds left. And the 15 seconds left, once I hit, it was weak enough where Brenner sent in a solo hit immediately. And so within 5 seconds before the clock reset, we reset the kingdom. And that's how we started dubbing Brenner the Flying Pig, because he's got a pig picture on thing. And he was so fast. And as soon as we hit, the other kingdom just gave up, basically.
I have to admit, 413 seems very random. I don't know many kingdoms 400 plus which are strong, so I would be surprised as well.
500 has a few, right?
Yeah, 500, yes, but 4Ks?
Yeah.
Definitely very smart players. Brenner is... the guy is so analytical and he's so intelligent, and just the strategic maverick, basically. He's fantastic.
This is your mwah moment, Sekshee, so go ahead.
Yeah, Brenner. But Brenner knows that. Sometimes I get mad at him. Brenner, Syad, we have some really great players.
Okay, so how about future KvK? Whom you would like to have matched and who you really don't want to meet?
Well, 26, I need to be matched with 26.
Would you fight together?
I gotta show this guy who's boss. So there are still people, even in Rookie's Alliance, there is some guy who actually thinks I'm a guy. I'm like a dude.
Yes. I agree.
People have a hard time believing it's a girl behind the castle, and I can't explain it. It just, there are a lot of, I think KvKs was going around telling people that I was a dude. I was an Italian dude, and we laughed our heads off, and I just thought, wow, he still actually believes
Okay,
me.
so how about you, Rookie? Any favorite KvK matches, or really not really favorite?
Obviously, I want to stay away from K33, K52. I have to give props to K67.
Yeah.
I think they're coming up, pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of 67.
Yes, I think so too. A lot of people, I think they're underrated.
Okay.
I don't want to meet ChrisB.
That's what I said.
So the other thing is, so I played UAC against Dark Mystic once, and I gotta say that a lot of people, and this is in no way trying to kiss ass or anything like that, but a lot of people really underestimate him, because, I hear sometimes people say, like, oh, he's all stats, and it's all stat and brute strength, but when I play UAC with him, we went toe-to-toe, basically. He was chasing me, and obviously I was running away. It was the first time anybody had actually burned my castle ever since I moved to 413. No one's actually made my castle get on fire, basically, but Dark Mystic did. And it was interesting because the guy definitely has a lot of skill. He is so fast. He's so fast, and no matter how I jumped, he got a hit or two, from time to time. And it was crazy. He hit me so many times that my phone actually ran out of batteries, and I couldn't log back in. What?
All I can hear is,
oh my God. No.
Yeah.
Regardless of what Rookie says, you know what? Rookie, I don't care what other people say about you. I think you're a really nice guy.
Hey, people like me. Shut up.
Regardless of what other people, I don't care what other people say about you. I think you're an okay guy.
So, since the star system started, the only kingdom that has conquered us is 524.
Yeah, it's very strong kingdom. Yes, I'm also a huge fan. Yeah, and what's their huge power is, I think, the team, because they are fun and young, and they have Abaddon. They were Dark Mystic playing with Wife, so that helps.
I'm going to say something.
Sure.
Who the F is Abaddon? There you go. I said it.
Abba sucks.
Yeah, Abba sucks. That's it. Yeah. Can I say something in Hindi?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is the time.
So here's my shout out to my Indian friends. Namaste, mere Indian भाइयों, मेरे देशी भाइयों, कैसे हो भाइयों? आपको मेरा नमस्कार और बहुत सारा प्यार, और मैं हिंदी में बोलूँगा, राइट? सो मैं आशा करता हूँ कि आप सबको ये साल बहुत बहुत अच्छा हो, और हम सब GOG में बहुत तरक्की करें। और एक मैं कहूँगा कि आप डेफिनेटली कीजिए कि मेरी प्यारी दोस्त मफिन, उसको आप फॉलो कीजिए यूट्यूब पे, टिकटॉक पे और इंस्टाग्राम पे, और पता नहीं उसके पास उसकी और पता नहीं उसके पास
Instagram.
I only understood Muffin.
पर उसको फॉलो कीजिए। मफिन बहुत प्यारी है, उसको फॉलो कीजिए।
Muffin again.
ठीक है। Love you guys.
Now, Sekshee, do you want to say something in Korean?
No, you have to say something. Come on.
No, I did. 한국 분들 다 fighting.
No.
And then in Spanish, I'm going to say, para todos los que hablan español, les deseo mucha suerte en el próximo KvK.
If you had to describe this interview in one adjective, it was fun, boring, I don't know, what would be like?
It was like so amazing. I mean, I don't even feel like I'm having an interview. I like you guys a lot. It's like a normal telephone conversation that we're having. I love you guys. Muffin, thank you for arranging this, getting my point of view across. My Indian friends in my line group, I mean, I can go on and on, right? Like it's like the Grammys or the Oscars, right? Where you can go on and on and on. I love you all guys. It was amazing, Muffin. I mean, it's not an interview. It's amazing.
I don't necessarily think that there is anybody that wakes up in the morning and decides, I'm going to be a bad guy in GOG today. And I think that everybody that partakes in this game has the best intentions and they play their best. And, sometimes there's misunderstanding. You really bring in a lot of entertainment and a lot of joy to everybody else. I mean, even if, say, that joy is not mine, you are there and you make other people happy in one way or another. And we banter and we laugh. So, given that, I think that everybody should keep in mind that it's still just a game and it's an interaction. And these are people that don't know you deeply enough to know, whether you're an awful person. So take into stride the fact that everybody comes in with good intentions, and no one is there to, to make your life any more miserable than you think that they're there. So that's all, I'm going to close my arguments with it. It was great, Muffin. I had a great time. It was a lot of fun. I don't know why you try to convince me to do the interview, because as soon as you wanted to, I thought it would be great, because you know how much I appreciate you, and you're a complete joy to talk to. And obviously I adore Rookie to death, and we're amazing friends. And I'm really happy that I was also able to forge these friendships that, that not only do I see them as online friendships, but, these are friendships that to me are very real at the same time. So I wanted to say thank you to you both.
I realized I had muted myself.
I was planning to.
What I'm trying to say is that if you put
Shut up, man!
Just Sekshee. Just kidding, but I love you.
You know what I just saw? Nothing recorded.
What?
No.
It's actually lying.
So, Muffin, if you hadn't recorded, I was going to ask, do I have to listen to the KvK story again from Rookie, or can you call me back afterwards?
Hey, Sekshee, remember this. You were watching that KvK battle.
Yeah,
My
we were all watching. If you want to be next, you know what to do.